The White House grounds are more than just the front and backyards of the American presidency. They are a living, breathing symbol of the nation's history, power, and democratic ideals, covering 18 acres of meticulously managed landscape in the heart of Washington, D.C. This expanse of green is not a single entity, but a collection of distinct gardens and lawns, each with its own purpose, history, and unique character, from the publicly iconic to the privately cherished. Among these, 3 gardens stand out as central to the life and function of the White House: the Rose Garden, the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden, and the White House Kitchen Garden. The most famous of these is undoubtedly the Rose Garden, which lies just outside the windows of the West Wing and the Oval Office. Its fame comes not just from its floral beauty, but from its role as a grand outdoor stage for the American presidency. It is here that presidents make major policy announcements, sign landmark legislation, greet foreign dignitaries, and hold formal press conferences under the open sky. The modern design of the Rose Garden was established during the Kennedy administration, a collaboration between President John F. Kennedy and the famed horticulturist and socialite Bunny Mellon. They envisioned a space that was both beautiful for formal ceremonies and intimate enough for the first family's private use, a vision that has largely endured for decades. On the opposite side of the Executive Mansion lies its counterpart, the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden, located just outside the East Wing. This garden serves a similar function, but with a quieter, more contemplative spirit, often used by the First Lady for her own events and gatherings. Its design was also overseen by Bunny Mellon at the request of Jacqueline Kennedy, intended to balance the more public-facing Rose Garden with a space of graceful privacy. It features a more shaded and serene layout, with a central lawn bordered by flower beds and holly trees, creating a sense of secluded elegance. A more recent but equally significant addition to the grounds is the White House Kitchen Garden, championed by First Lady Michelle Obama in 2009. Located on the South Lawn, this garden became a powerful symbol of her Let's Move initiative, promoting healthy eating, nutrition, and sustainable living. It is a true working garden, producing a vast array of fruits, vegetables, and herbs that are used by the White House chefs for everything from family meals to state dinners. The garden is tended with organic practices and even includes a beehive, which produces honey used on the presidential estate. The creation and maintenance of these world-famous gardens are a monumental undertaking, a seamless blend of horticultural artistry and logistical precision. This immense task falls to the dedicated staff of the National Park Service, who serve as the permanent caretakers of the White House grounds. These professional groundskeepers and horticulturists are responsible for the year-round, day-to-day work of planting, pruning, and preserving the living history of the estate. While the National Park Service provides the expertise and labor, each new presidential administration brings its own unique vision to the gardens. The First Family works closely with the White House Chief Usher and the NPS team to implement their personal touches. This can range from selecting new flower varietals for the Rose Garden to the planting of a commemorative tree that will stand for generations to come. The operational rhythm of the gardens is dictated by the changing seasons, requiring a constant cycle of planning and intense labor. In the spring, the grounds erupt in a riot of color as tens of thousands of tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths, planted the previous autumn, come into bloom. Summer is a period of intense maintenance, with constant watering, mowing, and pest management to keep the lawns and flower beds looking pristine under the DC heat. Autumn brings another wave of planting, with chrysanthemums providing immediate color, while the staff plants the countless bulbs that will create the following spring's display. Winter is a time for preparation and structural work, pruning the historic trees and shrubs, and planning the complex planting schedules for the year ahead. The White House Kitchen Garden operates on its own detailed schedule,
with crop rotations and succession planting to ensure a continuous harvest throughout the growing season. The produce from the garden is a source of immense pride, showcasing the best of American agriculture just steps from the Oval Office. Excess harvest is regularly donated to local charities and food banks, extending the garden's mission of nutrition into the surrounding community.
The sourcing of plants for the White House is a carefully managed process to ensure quality, consistency, and security. The National Park Service operates its own state-of-the-art greenhouses, where many of the flowers and plants for the White House are grown from seed. This allows for precise control over the health and timing of the blooms, ensuring the gardens are always ready for their close-up on the world stage. The trees on the White House grounds are a living museum, with each one telling a story of the nation's history. Many of the oldest trees were planted by past presidents, such as the towering magnolia trees on the South Lawn, planted by Andrew Jackson in memory of his wife. Every decision to remove or plant a new tree is made with careful consideration of its historical and ecological significance. But the beauty of the White House gardens masks an equally complex and formidable reality: a multi-layered security apparatus designed to protect the most heavily guarded residents on Earth. This serene landscape is, in fact, a fortress, where every inch is monitored by an unseen shield of personnel and technology. The most visible layer of this defense is the iconic White House fence itself. This is no ordinary barrier. It is a marvel of security engineering, recently upgraded to be taller, stronger, and equipped with advanced anti-climb technology. The fence is embedded with sensors that can detect pressure, vibration, and attempts to cut through it, instantly alerting the Secret Service to any potential breach. Patrolling these grounds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is the most visible human element of security, the Uniform Division of the United States Secret Service. These highly trained officers are a constant presence, conducting patrols, manning posts, and providing an immediate armed response to any disturbance. They are the watchful guardians who blend into the background of this historic landscape. Beyond the visible fence and officers lies a hidden web of technology, seamlessly integrated into the lawns and gardens. The ground itself is a sensor, a sophisticated network of pressure plates, seismic detectors, and buried cables lies just beneath the lush green grass. This system can detect and pinpoint the location of any unauthorized footsteps, digging, or unusual pressure on the lawn, providing an invisible tripwire. A comprehensive network of cameras provides complete visual surveillance of the entire 18-acre estate. These are not just standard security cameras. They include high-definition, thermal, and infrared cameras hidden discreetly throughout the grounds. They ensure that there are no blind spots and that every corner of the garden is visible to security personnel, even in complete darkness or adverse weather conditions. The sky above the White House is also part of this security fortress. The airspace is a highly restricted zone, designated P-56, where unauthorized aircraft, including drones, are strictly forbidden. This airspace is monitored by advanced radar systems, and should a threat be detected, air defense assets, including surface-to-air missile batteries, are ready to intercept it. Positioned discreetly on the roof of the White House are some of the most elite members of the Secret Service, the counter-sniper teams. These agents use high-powered optics and advanced weaponry to maintain constant overwatch on the gardens, the surrounding streets, and the windows of nearby buildings. They are the unseen protectors, scanning for any potential threat from a distance. Even the process of gardening itself is subject to intense security protocols. Every single person who works on the grounds, from the permanent NPS staff to a temporary contractor, must undergo an extensive background check and be issued a security clearance by the Secret Service. No one is permitted to work on the grounds alone. They are either directly escorted by Secret Service personnel or are under constant direct surveillance. Every tool, every bag of fertilizer, and every vehicle that enters the property is meticulously searched and scanned for potential threats.
The plants and soil themselves are sourced from trusted, secure locations to prevent the introduction of any harmful chemical or biological agents. This intense scrutiny ensures that the garden is not only beautiful, but also safe. The White House garden, therefore, exists in a state of profound duality. It is a world-renowned symbol of American democracy, peace, and natural beauty, a welcoming backdrop for diplomacy and celebration. Simultaneously, it is one of the most technologically advanced and meticulously monitored security zones on the planet. Every blooming rose and ancient tree is watched over by a silent, invisible shield. This careful balance ensures that the White House can function as both the home of the president and the secure heart of the nation's government. It is a place where the pastoral and the tactical coexist, a perfect lawn that is also a fortress wall representing the unique intersection of beauty and power.